All right, hi, this is you, Renee, back with episode. I think we're on episode. Are we on episode 8? 8? Yeah, episode 8. I think we're on episode 8, or is it episode 9? All right. Well, either way, so let's get started. At this point, we were talking about how deliverance became a part of my ministry. And for me, it happened working at a job in finance. It just happened to be finance, happened to be a job. I would be at this job 5 years. Almost immediately, the Lord would allow me to see 2 people leave quickly. Like, one person had been there a while. That person resigned, and then someone I started with, we started at the same time. She was an internal transfer. She left the company completely. She went back to her department and then she just resigned. That happened within 2 months. And then the pivot and the focus became me. Right? So where they start to use some of the same tactics, I push back. I'm like, look, I'm new at this job. I could quit, I could leave, it's not a problem. But how about the person, the dummy in the middle, she going with me though, because people gonna know you don't know what you're doing. You're not about to, I don't even know fully spiritual warfare enough to know and really put together. Satan likes to operate under the cover of darkness, and people who do his work, oh, they love it when nobody knows and they think they're getting away with it. Oh, they love it, they love it, they love it. Right? And so it's our responsibility to bring light. We are the light of the earth. And so when we see injustice being done, we got to speak up, speak out, and shine the light on what's being done that's not right. I remember a prophet told me once, you know what? You have a heart for justice. You want to see justice done. And it was funny that she said that to me, because I never considered it like that. But I do know, when I think about it, when I see other people being treated unfairly and wrong, I'm just like, no, you're not going to continue to do that. And now what I recognize is the system, the person, the thing that does it. Oftentimes it will start off doing it in secret. And that's how it flourishes. Or it's when other people don't believe it's happening. I don't believe in the devil. I don't believe anybody will do something unless you must have caused it. Like, they can't fathom that someone, their mission is to, God's desire for us is to prosper us, we be in good health, that we walk in dominion and power. And Satan came to kill, steal, and destroy. He doesn't need a reason except that you're a child of the Most High God and you came to do good and be the light of the earth. He came to diminish your light. He came to snuff it out. He came to steal it. He came to transfer it, to do whatever it is that you not carry out the good purpose that God purposed and planned for you. And I'm going to tell you, what ended up happening, I reached out to HR. I remembered Kim, when she was there, saying she reached out to HR and they said, well, maybe it's something you did, or maybe you should just go along to get along. Sit at your desk if they told you to. Don't get up unless they ask you to. What? Like, that sounds crazy. So I knew, okay, that I probably wouldn't get a lot of help from these people, but I reached out to the third-party HR as well as the in-house HR. Let me tell you about this. This is when I get the revelation that I'm going to share with somebody. As I said, I'd always believe, I've heard other people say it as well, they doing this and that to you. Go to HR. I'm going to go to HR on you. What I learned at this job, honey, HR is there to protect the company. They're not there to protect you as an employee. So the person who was HR was based in Florida at the time. She flew in, took an empty office and set up shop in an empty office that happened to be right across from my desk. Like, I sat at the head of a row. It was right across from my desk, but my whole team is around me. So it's not in a neutral part of the tower. It's across from my desk, where everyone knows she is the HR person. And you just walked over to my desk. Hi, you're Ursula? Well, I'm so-and-so from HR. So you want to come into the office and talk to me? It's quiet as I don't know what. So everybody knows I'm about to talk to HR. So I go in the room and she's writing, like, she's so concerned. Yeah. At this point, I haven't been there, 3 months? I would be there 5 years. I'm going to tell you, in totality, yeah, she was an utter waste of time. Like she was a utter, like she was unhelpful, contributed nothing, and it was confirmation. It was there to protect the company. I can tell you that. I'm not guessing, I'm not asking. That's what it was for. She will take your notes, take your documentation, and it's all to know how to protect the company. But at any rate, back to that day. So I'm in the office, I'm telling her the things that I've experienced, what I've seen. I remember when I reached out to the third party HR, and they said to me, "Oh, you're having issues with," I'm giving the name and the department. Okay, well, this is the first we've ever heard of anything like that. I well, Kim just left, and it wasn't even, a couple weeks prior. And I know she reached out to HR and saw her have a meeting with them. So when this person on the phone said to me, "Well, we don't have any documentation that there's been any other problem in that department, so we'd like to know more about it." I knew I wasn't interested in speaking with them about the issue, but I said to her, "Well, you're actually lying, because I know people who have filed complaints with your office about this same person. So you're lying." "Oh, well, let me check." Okay. But at that point, I know now I don't trust you. And so this won't be the route that I take. I felt like I just made it to this job, and I'm not about to be stressed out over no nonsense. What will happen is, what God gave me was the gift of the pen, and to articulate when there is something going on that shouldn't be. I will write a letter to the president, the vice president of the company. I will write it to everyone that needs to know, because it will not be a secret what you're doing in a company. That's it. I will be the whistleblower every single time. If I felt like no one else was speaking up, or it will make a difference, I absolutely will be that whistleblower. And I've done it before. So, and it was necessary, and it brought about change. The Lord will show me. It takes someone speaking up, or it's just going to continue. But at this point, I'm speaking to HR. I get no reprieve. What it means is everybody now knows that I've gone to HR. And at this point, they hire a couple of new people, and she kind of, for a second, pivot to someone else to harass. What they decide to do is move their issue to the guy that joined the team when I did. They moved to him. That was in Florida, because the idea was, okay, they're in Florida, so she won't know, right? Clearly Ursula speaks up and she speaks out. And it was in one of those instances where my supervisor said to me, we just probably have similar personalities. We both just have strong personalities. And, it would be another person that I would discover was a witch, who would say the same thing. You're a little stronger than I thought. Like she was thinking out loud and actually said, "You're a little stronger than I thought." And I'm going to tell you, look, I did not know enough about the warfare yet, but I definitely was strong in the Lord, and my personality. The Lord is my strength. So I wish I would cry at work because someone was disrespectful to me. Like, I'm not saying you don't have feelings, but I'm like, come on. Like Satan loves your tears. They're delicious to him. Your tears, you're sad. That's what he's aiming for. Like, do that at home if you're super sad, but don't crumble at work. I mean, the more Kim cried, the more she fell apart at work, the more obnoxious, oppressive they were. Right, until she was gone. They love it. All right, so I'm gonna wrap this one up, and we'll just finish up our series with, I think it was episode 9 or 10. We'll just wrap it up in the next episode.